try again. It's just a Facebook Live. We don't know until we try. I hope this time it's gonna be okay. If not, we're gonna go on IG Live. You can go to my IG Live name is Yuko Mama 711 and Angela is IG Live, right? Angela IG Live. So let me see. I'll do yours again. If it doesn't work, we'll figure it out. It's acting weird. Oh no, there you go. Okay, there you go. I don't know. Oh, I'll do Angie again. There you go. Angie. Sorry, everybody. Nope. Angela, sorry. Angela. Sorry, Angela. Oh. Ohayo, Kimi-chan. I'm having a hard time to connecting with Angie. Maybe I have to go on IG Live. Sorry, everybody. I think I gotta shut down and I'll move into IG Live. I don't think Angie is. Oh, there you go. We'll try again. Approve.
That's hi.
How's that? How do you
Hi.
hear? It's like better?
Much better.
Much better? No feedback. I mean, like my voice not weird. It's okay?
Yeah, no echo of my voice and no echo of your voice.
That's good. That's good. So we can maybe do it maybe like a little bit, like half an hour-ish, 25 minutes. Whatever
Absolutely.
works, go with flow. Oh, I can see you clearly now.
And I can
That's
see you
nice.
too. I can see you too. You're a little fuzzy, but yeah, it's good to
internet
see you.
connection. Good
Yeah,
to see you.
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. Yes. So, how's your Monday morning?
You know what? I'm so excited to be here. Thank you. Yes,
You're
very excited. I
welcome.
couldn't wait to see you. I couldn't wait to talk with you because usually I have sort of a late, most of my conversations don't really start until afternoon. So it was nice to kind of wake up and get the day started, to have a
Oh,
conversation.
thank
And
you.
yeah,
Thank you.
so thank you.
You're welcome. But did you have to wake up early because of this?
I wake up at the same time.
You do?
Yeah, I woke up
Nice,
at the
nice.
same time. So
Actually, I kind of seen it IG live. I mean, not live, IG stories. Do you do yoga or Pilates or some kind of exercise in the morning too? I saw you
um
doing push-ups too
yeah,
at
yeah,
some
yeah.
point.
So there's someone that I've been following for a while. They have a challenge for planks. I guess it's like,
Ooh.
yeah. And so every once in a while I'll do those. I don't
Yep.
do them every day. But when I do them, they feel really great, and I probably should do them every single day. But no, I don't do them every single day.
I know what you mean, though. I know
Yeah,
what you mean. I know,
yeah.
like something like you have to do it, but sometimes like maybe I should have a day off, right? Or something. Oh, or just you hear somebody said, oh, I can only do 3 days a week. That's it. Somebody just like, oh, days a week is fine. So you adopt the idea, conveniently, right? So I don't
Right.
have to do every day. I know what you mean. I do too. I do yoga and some like kind of core exercise. And then I did it during pandemic for like 3 months, 3.5 months, every single day, right? And then now I starting to get a little slacking off. I just like Sunday, I can have a day off. Today is, I do Angie Live with Angela. I have to pump up my brain. I have to just like get some energy. So I did like more than half an hour session this morning.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, because I wanted to be ready.
I'll be honest. I think I'm lazy. I think I finally
Oh,
am getting to a place where I'm coming out of denial that I'm lazy when it comes to exercise
yep,
and having a good diet. And
yep,
I am a pretty good eater and I like
yep.
to be active. So my metabolism is pretty good, but as I get older, it's not the greatest. But I have found that when I was younger, I was very athletic. I was very busy and exercising all the time. But now it's like, oh, I have to be more intentional when I have to be really, a lot more intentional. Just running, I started running and I don't do that every day. I'm such a feeling person. If I feel like doing it, which is the wrong attitude, if I feel like doing it and I get that moment of energy where I think, oh, right now would be a great time for a run. And so I'll go, usually in the morning. But if it doesn't hit me from a feeling aspect, then it's really hard for me to, it's hard for me to say I'll do something. If I say I'm going to do something, I usually will do it. That's why I hardly ever commit to exercising on a daily basis. Because if I say I'm going to do that every day, then I have to do it because I have to stick to my word. But so maybe having somebody to stay accountable with, finding a trainer would be really helpful to me. I've never had a personal trainer. But
I agree.
Yeah, and I think that's why the plank challenge is helpful to me because I see other people doing it and there's a lot of other people that are doing it. And so I can manage 60 seconds. I can manage, 60 seconds of a plank. But anything beyond that, it really requires me to stay
60
focused.
seconds of plank it's very long. You can feel like your arms shaking, right? Like, oh my gosh, how many seconds left, right? Something like that.
That
too.
is true, yeah.
Yes, but it's so true. I agree because it's easy to get motivated when you're younger without anybody tells you. Like it's just like you have adrenalines coming to, right? Natural. But I think as we get older, we need something else to motivate for ourselves. So, it takes more courage to just, okay, I do yoga, I do plank, I do sit-ups, whatever, right? Like it takes more courage to do that, right? And we need outside force or resource, I don't know,
Right.
like the
Yes.
things to get going. That's why I do believe, like, a lot of older generation, they love to do with like everybody, not by themselves, right? Like say my kids, just like they don't like to get exercise with somebody else. Like they would rather just do their own like this,
Right.
right?
Right.
I just like, why don't you do like with everybody? Oh, I hate everybody. But like,
Right.
so for me is I go for a walk in the morning. Okay, there's a park. Everybody's walking and like, there's some group, they do like exercising, right? So I just like, oh, that's so nice. Everybody get together and exercising, like what is called like cowbells or dumbbells, whatever it's called. Like they're all like my age and a little bit older. I find it's nice, but my kids said that's so dumb. Everybody get together, that's just dumb. So I get it, but it's better. Just do it with more, because we lose easy to lose motivate, right? It's
Yes.
very, very much.
Some people are self-motivated, which is, I mean, it's, some people are very self-motivated. I don't think I am a self-motivated person. I think once I decide to do something, I will do it. Once I make the decision, and I think that's with all of us, once we make the decision to do it, for me, it won't stop me if I have a group of people to do it with, or if I just do it by myself. But it's making that decision and deciding, you know what, I am going to do this and sticking to it. But I could never do, group. I wasn't really ever, going to the gym, and going with a friend. Like I never wanted to join the groups and, do the different Zumbas and things like that. That's just not really it's not really my thing.
Me too. Yeah, I'm a bit shy.
Yeah. So the yoga that you do that, do you walk and do the yoga? Yuko. Do you walk and do yoga?
I do, yeah. Walk is actually more likely taking dog for a walk. So it's not just like, not really exercising. My dog is old. He doesn't want to walk fast. But the yoga is more likely my exercising. Like it's physically and mentally, right? it really working for me too, because I find that if I do exercise, say like I want to keep working, I love doing hair, but a lot of hairstylists, they kind of have to, my age, I've been doing for 30 years doing hair, and then by get my age, a lot of people, they are forced to retire because like something wrong, like shoulders, arms,
Mm-hmm.
legs, right? And
Yeah.
it's a lot of them physically too. So I just said, you
Yes.
know what? I'll just force myself to exercise so I can keep working. And
Yeah.
it's good for mentally too.
Yeah. I mean, it does. When after I go for a run,
Yeah.
I feel amazing. It feels so good. The
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
clarity when I'm running is really great. I just
Yep.
need to do it more often.
Oh, I
But
know.
it's
I
good.
know.
Exercise is important. Everybody should exercise, at least take a few 10 minutes a day and,
Yep. Yep.
get your heartbeat up.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I believe that. I believe that. It's one of the video I edit for Evan and Robin Sharma. Have you ever heard about him?
the name sounds familiar. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. He's motivational speaker. And I think he has a book called 5 a.m. Club.
Okay. Yes. I've heard of
Yep.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that,
On the book. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
no, I was just going to say, is Evan reading that one now? I don't know if
No, I don't think
if he's,
Evan reading, but he made a video about habit, building
mm-hmm,
habit,
mm-hmm,
66 days. It takes 66
mm,
days to build a habit, right? And it says 5 a.m. club, he said, first 20 minutes, you do some kinds of exercising. You don't have to like drench and sweat, but just
mm-hmm,
makes you feel a little bit more motivated,
mm-hmm.
right? He said that really helps to
Yeah, I
keep your
could see
day
that.
going.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
so not a morning person. That would be such a challenge for me to wake up at 5 in the morning.
Yeah, I know. I wake up
No.
sometimes 5, but it's sometimes when it's already starting dark, right? When you like the sun goes up. I mean, used to be like 5 a.m. It's like already sun's up, but now
Mm-hmm,
it's just still dark. It's
mm-hmm,
hard to get motivated.
mm-hmm. No.
Right. Oh, well. Okay, all right. But okay, so I actually have like one or two questions for you, if you
Okay.
don't mind. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I have a question. Okay, let me see. I wrote it down. There you go.
Okay.
I was watching your IG lives. Okay, I gotta get a question, right? So, anyway, so what made you start to do live, IG live? And how long you been doing that? What makes you start? What made you start IG live?
Um, well, the original, I started in October of 2019 because I was curious about how Instagram lives, how they really worked. I was curious about that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I asked someone to join me on a live so that, so she could answer the questions about, how it worked. But what I found was, and it was awesome. It was great. We had a live and it was very scary. I'd never done that before. And it was very scary, and I feel like I'm losing track of the time. I need to write out a timeline, Yuko, because, following Evan gave me the courage to go
Yes.
live every day because, when I did the live with Colleen, and she was on, the Instagram digital marketer. And she came on and she talked about the live and everything, talked about Instagram live and some different things about that.
Mm-hmm.
It really just sparked my passion to serve people in a way that helps other people with their passion and their purpose. So I realized that, wow, this is an opportunity. I was really being called to it. It was just like,
Oh my
wow.
gosh.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
every day I woke up, I'm like, I got to do this. How do I do this more? And so I thought by doing it once a month would be good. But then Evan really encouraged go live every day, and fight through really just work through the fear of going live. And that's difficult to
It
know that
is.
you're live and that people are watching you and judging you and giving their opinions about you when they don't know you, and you know, it's scary. And so, but I said, you know what, these guys are amazing, and they do it, and they're encouraging, and you know, I can do this too, and I want to find other people that want to do it as well. And so I tried to go live every day, and it was funny because, you know, you go live, I don't know how often, if you've done this before, but you go live and then you delete it. You go live and then you come off of it. You know, you delete it. So many times I've done that. You know, I still find myself doing. Oh my goodness, yes,
wow.
so many times.
I didn't realize it.
Oh
But
yeah.
you know what? I'm sorry to cut you off, but
No, that's
I
okay.
remember the day you were on Evan's IG Live.
Mm.
And he was giving you advice.
Oh yeah.
Angela, do it every day. Fail, make yourself embarrassed. And
Yes.
I remember that though. I remember.
Yes, that's awesome. Yes, he's so encouraging, and it's so scary, but you know, I don't know, you know, it's, I'm still embarrassed. I'm still very nervous. I mean, I think that's normal. I think that's a normal feeling. And for me, you know, it's, the thought was that, you know what, if I can do this, anybody can do this. And it's just another way. If I could say, hey, come on my live, you know, if this is your first time, you know, you can, this is a good opportunity, because it's still new for me too. And so I know what it feels like to say, okay, I'm going to join I'm going to join a live for the first time. I know what that feels like. And so for people that have never gone live before, or not even just going live, but trying anything for the very first time, that feeling, that fear, and that, you know, you've got fear and excitement all sort of at the same time. It's sort of, you want to do it, but you don't, you're so scared.
Yeah.
You know, that energy it's very strong. You want that excitement to move you forward. You don't want the fear to hold you back. And so if we could get more people to do to do, like Evan says, do the hard thing, do the thing that scares you the most, then even if it's not something you want to do for the rest of your life, it's still going to give you confidence, and it's going to give you some momentum and some courage to do the next hard thing. And so once I started doing the lives every month, I realized, wow, there are so many people out there that have a great message, that are doing some really great things. I want, and I've always had, you know, I've always, you know, had that, you know, desire really, or passion I've always seen the potential in people, that, you know, I believe in them, and I know human beings, we have a desire in our heart that burns to do something greater than ourselves. And I want to encourage others that you can do that, you know, whatever's going on inside of you, that dream, that vision, you know, whatever that thing is, it's real. It's not, you know, it's happening inside of you for a reason. So don't dismiss it. Don't pretend like it's not there or minimize it. It's important to discover explore, you know, what is that? And going live and inviting people on is just one other way for people to express, you know, that, or to share, you know, their entrepreneurship journey, you know, something that they are doing, the message that they have, and bringing them on, and for them to share what they're doing, so that the people that are viewing may have a little bit more courage to dig deep inside of themselves and say, you know what, I can do this. I can, I can continue I can explore this, and I can live my dream, or you know, and that's where it's coming from. But if it wasn't for Evan and this whole community, so many other people that I've found that are amazing, I'm so grateful to have found this community. It's amazing. And I just think, you know, together we could really help a lot of people, you know, grow, and you know, just the challenge of Evan. I mean, there's so many things about that conversation that Evan said, do this, you know, do this, besides going live. He said so many other things.
Oh, yes.
that I haven't done. I haven't done it. You know, he said,
I
right. You know, there's a
know.
couple of things else he said in our live, and I'm like, oh man, okay. So now that I've
I know
gone
what you
live
mean.
consistently,
Yeah.
I can say, okay, I've been consistent. You know, every single day. Now I've been consistent. What's the
Yeah.
next thing? And I'm scared. I'm
Yeah,
scared.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
So
you're trying to like, okay, what's the next scary thing I can challenge? I can do
yes,
it.
yeah.
Like you feel the fear, do it, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I know what you mean. Like, you know what? I can so relate it to it. And then Evans is really good at, he's really good at pushing people in a good way, right? So, and then communities, and then you know what? Once you just like, oh, I'm afraid of trying this, and then like community just like, oh, I help you out. Last week, Movement Maker, his name is Joshua. I think we were talking about, the editing or like, like you IG live things. He just like, oh, I help you out. Like we just all jump on too, right? It's
Yeah.
supportive. Evan push. You
Yes.
suggest Evan push uses everybody just so supportive too. Like there
Yes.
was no judgment
Yes.
in his community, right?
That is
So
that is that is that is it right there.
yeah,
And that
yep,
is what we fear the most is
yep,
the judgment. Just
I agree.
going live, we judge
Yep,
ourselves,
yep,
and then we assume what other people are going to how they're going to judge us. And
yeah, I
we
know.
don't do it. We
No,
we
I
we
know.
find we get
I agree.
distracted. We
Yep,
just say nope, not going to do it because
yeah,
we're scared. We have that fear that someone's going to judge us. And
I agree.
we have to push through that. We're
Yep,
all human. We all have flaws. We all look different with makeup, no makeup. We all look different, you know, with our hair. You know, we're just human beings. We all
yeah,
eat. We all go to the bathroom. It's a
that's
life.
it.
This is our life. And we have,
We're all the
you know,
same.
we're all the same. And it's real easy to say that now because I've been going live. But
That's right.
before I didn't, I'm still very nervous, you know, and then the comparison, right? I don't know
Yep.
about you. I compare myself to the wrong people. I
Oh,
compare
I'm
myself.
same.
Oh,
I'm
you
same way.
go.
I'm in the
Do
same
you,
page, Angela.
do you do that? Do you compare
Oh,
yourself to?
all the time, all the time. So, I
Yeah.
still have it, but it's getting better, right? Because when I have a fear, people's gonna judge me, and I try, right? This English life is like, oh, I always have a thought. Like I lived here for 25 years, and people like live in Japan. They think I can speak perfect English, but I don't. I still have a fear making a mistakes, and I always make a mistake speaking English. But like, I just like, but the judgment, I don't think people, Japanese people or whoever, nobody judge me. Everybody just like, oh, you speak fine English. But they don't judge me, like, but I judge myself first, right? Because I create the monster inside me, right? So that's just like, that's how does it make it really toxic, making me stop from
Yeah.
doing something I need to do, right? So I
Yes.
can so relate it to it too. Like I'm
Yeah.
still have a bad habit. Ooh, judging.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
And
feel better though.
yes. Oh,
After I try.
I can see how far, you know, we've known each other for a little bit, you know, and
Yeah.
how you've come so far. I think you've come I think we're more comfortable with one another. And I think that is part of where sometimes, you know, when that's why we have to continue to pursue
Yep.
things because
Very much.
if we only talked once, then
Hmm.
maybe I would feel a certain way and maybe you would feel a certain way in that first conversation, right? We're nervous. We don't know how we're
Yeah.
going to see one another and, you know, think of each other. And,
Hmm.
but when we communicate more, then we relax a little and we
Yep.
know that this person is just like me. And, you know,
I know. Like
yeah, and it's it's what I find very interesting, and the more I speak to people that and I
yep.
have these IG lives with people that are all over the world, right? What's interesting to me is how they're become so concerned with being able to speak English, and I have I have a hard enough time. That is something I struggle with is expressing
Yeah.
my thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting that I see people that don't have English as their first language. I want people to understand sometimes it's not easy for people that have that native language to even express
Yeah.
their own in that language. We all
Yeah.
struggle
Yep.
with expressing ourselves, I think.
Yeah.
And some people are more articulate. Some people have a greater vocabulary. Some
Mm-hmm.
people have, just a very casual way of speaking in their conversations.
Yep.
And we've just, I think we just need to be, have grace with people. We're
Mm-hmm.
no
Mm-hmm.
one's
I
perfect
agree.
in our conversation,
Yeah.
and that's what makes it so fun. That's what makes
Yeah.
it so
I know.
so good. It's just
Yeah.
natural.
I know.
Unless we're giving some sort of academic something. Maybe it's important to have a structured sentence after. I could never do that, but you
No, me
know.
neither. I get lost at the beginning. I get lost at the beginning. Like, sorry, I don't understand.
But you have a very beautiful way to communicate, Yuko. You're very
Oh,
warm.
really?
Oh my
Oh,
goodness,
thank
yes, you're
you.
very
Thank
warm. You're
you.
very inviting. You're very kind, and I've learned things from you. And I'm so glad that we're friends and that we can share. What
Yeah.
concerns us. What we're
Yeah. Yeah.
working on, how we're growing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but this month I am doing a 21-day
Yeah.
challenge. I did post. It's an I am challenge. So I guess every day for 21
Every.
days,
Okay.
affirming myself, and I am brave. I am. And then there's a workbook with it. It was April came on my live and she talked about it, and
Yeah. Yeah.
that's something that's I can do.
Yeah.
That's a very pretty simple,
Yeah.
reminder that I am brave, I am confident, whatever that
So like,
affirmation is.
so 21 days straight every day, and then you
Hmm.
have to put something positive.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's like not like I am, I don't know, like no good, or is it
Yes, no,
not
no, no.
not like I better
Yes,
just say like I am beautiful,
yes,
like
yes.
I am the light. Light is a little bit big word, but
Yes, that's a good one. No, that's good. I love that. I am light,
I am
I am
light.
light.
Yeah,
I am light, and believing that, taking the time, and just, and believing in that, I am
yeah,
beautiful. I
yeah,
am smart. I am
yeah,
strong.
yeah.
All these things that maybe, I wasn't really taught or told as a child, growing
Really?
up,
Oh,
those sort of affirmations, that
yeah,
that really build confidence. When you see
yeah, yeah.
people that are confident, sometimes I think, wow, how did they get spoken to when they were
Mm-hmm.
children? How did their parents speak to them?
Yeah,
What were they told that I
yeah,
didn't get told, or who were they surrounded by? Did they have both
yeah.
parents? Were both parents? And even if you have both parents, that doesn't
Mm-hmm.
necessarily mean that you're going to have a relationship, with them as you're growing up. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's did how much time was invested, as a child, how much time were people in, was your family really investing in
Yep.
you? And it's easy to say that now because, I'm older. I can look back, on
Mm-hmm.
my children and think, oh, wow, how much did I really invest in them and give them affirmations?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I don't know. It's important
I
for me
understand.
because I struggle
Yeah.
with self-confidence. So,
Oh, me
um,
too. My generation, same. Like in Japan, we don't, my parents didn't really tell me you're awesome, you're great, you're pretty. They were just to, it's not in culture, like our culture back then. Maybe now it's different.
mhm,
Back then, it's not in our culture. We just like everything. Say, like, I got 80, like the mark at school, like exam.
mhm.
Maybe my mom would say, it could be better if that you did it like 90, 100. So just like, oh,
Wow.
you know, those cultures, you can do better and better, right? No matter how hard we try,
Mm,
like you just like we were told, you can do better, right? It's great way to get motivated, right?
mm.
But sometimes we just like, okay, who's gonna accept me for who I am? You know, it's like I need acceptance from my parents, but just like I don't get that, right? That's I think that's why I'm doing the work right now. Like it's past is important, but I can rewrite my thought,
Mhm.
right? Myself, so I think
Yes.
that's like I am light, I am beautiful, I am joy. That work is really good because if you keep telling yourself, you start believing yourself, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
I'll do
so
that.
good. That's so
Yeah.
good. So can I just ask you, I don't know what time it is
Yes.
and how much time you have, but
I
um,
have probably ten minutes or something is good.
okay, can I
Thank
ask
you for
you,
your time.
oh my
Yes.
goodness, yes. Are you okay? So I guess my
It's
question
okay.
is now for you, knowing that from growing up, like when I
Yeah.
hear you say, oh, so you have an 80, on your an exam, and you could have done better,
Yeah.
So it's almost like this you come, I see this in my mind, like, you're excited as a little girl and you share, oh, I got an 80, like
Hmm.
it's like this beautiful thing, and then and like you said, just being affirmed in who you are and what you did at
Yeah.
that I guess it's like, how, my question is, how now do you take that and turn and reframe that thought in the things that you're doing today? Because
Mm.
I would imagine that sometimes that comes back. Well, okay,
Yeah.
this is good, but it's not good enough. So, what is your framework? What do you do different today, to reach beyond that? To say, I guess that's the question. I don't want to keep talking.
No, 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 it's okay. So, like you mean like how do I reframe? Like any by maybe saying words or actions or something, right?
Yeah. So if
The
have
thought.
something
Yeah.
paused. So if you've done something pretty good, or
Yep, yep,
good,
yep.
if you've done
Yeah.
something good, um, or even great, or just and do you still have those negative? Do you sometimes say, okay, this isn't good enough,
Oh yeah.
and then okay,
I still have it. It's
okay,
just I think it's still have it and then it shows up
mm,
so many times. And then like even if haircut, color,
hmm,
right?
hmm,
My client just like, oh, you do great job, make me happy. I just like, but still myself, I'm not happy, right? So I used to say like worry about like even if my clients left with smile, right? My salon, I still think like oh my gosh, a couple days later, what if they just like still not happy,
hmm.
or what if they just say oh this part is not really the right color I want, right? It's like I still have because I didn't accept their word, right? Like you're good, so I still have a doubt myself,
Yeah.
not a good enough, right?
Mm.
I think maybe that come from my childhood too, right? Not a good enough, not a good enough, right? 80 is
Mm.
not a good enough. Gotta be 100.
Yeah.
So I sometimes I can get like I get caught myself that thought. So I just like sometimes I just like no 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 no. It's okay. Whatever my client said, I accept or I get the word as a gift. So I'll accept as a like beautiful gift, right? And I'll take it. So I kind of starting to tell myself like that. I feel much better. So I just like so I have a doubt. I'm not good enough, but I can just let it go easily, like
I
not
love
hanging
that.
on to it. Yeah.
I
So
love that. That's
yeah.
so good. It's so
I take it
important.
as a gift. Yeah. Like
So
everybody
good. I
says it's
hope
a gift.
everybody can hear that and understand
Oh,
that. That's so important because one
oh
thing that
thank you.
I learned a while ago. I don't know if I learned it, because if we learn it, then we apply it, right?
Yeah.
But one, and I think this was one of my pastors that said this years ago. He said, "Believe everyone is good until they've proven you wrong.
Mm,
Believe that what they bring to you is
yep.
um, is is um, is not manipulative. That it's they're honest in what
Yeah.
they say,
Yeah.
and receive that. And that's just
Yeah.
what you said, is receiving their words and believing if they say it's good, then it's good, and letting
Yeah.
it go.
Yeah. Yep.
If they say
I
they
have to
like
work.
it, they
Yeah.
like it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's
They
hard
like
because
it.
we criticize our own thing, but
Yeah. you know what? When clients said I love it, I just like say thank you from my heart. But I still have a little tiny
Yeah.
Yuko, just that big,
Yeah. Yeah.
says no, 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 it's gonna good enough, right?
So can I ask you, since you work so much on confidence, how
Yes,
important is it? Because I know this is something I don't do, and this is something I need to learn to do. So maybe sharing it with you. How
sure.
important do you find that it is to celebrate your efforts and victories? How important is it? Like, there's things that I want to celebrate, but because my heart, not because I don't think that it's good, whatever I did, but it's almost like I don't know if I should be celebrating. Like, some different things like going live or 35 lives, or it's like, how do I celebrate this? Or do I have the right? Do I have the
Ah,
right to
I know what you mean,
celebrate
though.
things that I've accomplished? And I think that's what keeps me away from goals. You're going to make me cry on your live
Oh,
today,
oh my
because
God.
I'm discovering some things about myself that are so
This is
important.
gonna be
Thank you
good.
so much,
You're
Yuko. I
welcome. You're welcome.
appreciate that. Oh my
No
gosh.
problem. You know what? I
See
don't.
what an amazing confidence coach you are. That is so
Oh,
good.
really? Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Oh my.
Yes.
You're
Yes.
gonna make my more than a day. You're gonna make my
That's
life.
because
You're gonna make
you're
my life.
helping me understand that, just sharing with you, right? And being honest,
Yeah.
it helps
Yeah.
us to realize, I'm realizing that there's things that I need to do,
Yep.
that I haven't been doing, that will affirm me. But the reason behind that is not just that it's affirming me. Yes, that's
Yep.
good because I need that for confidence, but I need
Mm-hmm.
that so I can bless others, so I can continue to
Yeah.
give away good, so I can continue. Because
Yeah.
if I'm not good and feeling good, then I can't give away good. So
I know what you mean though.
thank you.
Well, you're welcome. But like how I celebrate, probably I just give myself love,
Mm,
right? Like
that's so good.
I try. I tell myself, I still have a doubt in myself, but I tell myself, I love who I am.
Mhm.
I love who I am.
I
That's
love who you
probably
are
the
too.
man. I love who you are too, Angela.
But isn't that's the thing, right? We don't When we
Yeah.
get to a place where we can say I love myself.
Yep.
Yes, there are certain people that I love to say, I want to hear, I love
Yeah.
you, Angela. But I want to be at a place where I can say, I love myself, and I don't need anyone to affirm me in that,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
not in a negative way, but more of
Yeah.
like, I'm confident that where I am right now, that everything that's been given to me, I'm grateful for, and I'm
Yeah.
good. I am okay.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I think that's really, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
self-love
a
is.
very, very strong cheerleader. I don't know how to. I always have an image myself. I have a little cheerleaders, like little Yuko, right? Cheerleaders in here. So when I just have something, I'm good. Like little cheerleaders, Yuko, just like way to go, way to
Awesome.
go. Like this, like
Yes.
this, like this.
Okay, we need to get some pom-poms.
I think so. I'll make fun of
Next live,
it.
we have to order some
You
pom-poms, because that would be
That would be
fun.
so, you know what? That would be a good idea. It's next time we'll do that. Maybe make sure we have pom-poms.
Okay, I'm getting pom-poms. I'm going to order them. I'm sure maybe I can go to a thrift shop. Maybe I can make them. Probably not going to happen. I'll have to
Yeah,
order
and
them
then
from someone to make.
whenever we say something, it's just super connecting words, warm kind of loving words. Like you and me, we just do a pom-poms.
Okay.
That would be fun.
I love it.
Okay.
Thank
Oh,
you
thank you.
for having
Thank
me.
you. Oh, no problem. Thank you for your time. And I am going to upload this YouTube conversation, right, live on my uh, English YouTube channel.
Okay.
Like, so if you like, I'll preserve it because this is
Okay.
very beautiful conversation, right?
Yes. Yes.
Actually, my YouTube English channel, I just made it a couple weeks ago. Still zero subscriber, but
Woohoo! Let's go, you go.
Thank you.
Let's go.
And when you make a YouTube channel, let me know too, right?
Okay, I will. I
Yeah. So
definitely
it was
will.
this pom pom feeling, pom pom moment. Oh, okay. I'm glad I talked to you Monday morning, so I can just kind of share the energy with my clients.
That's so good. Me too. Thank
Yes.
you so much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank
Hugging
you.
you. Thank
Hugging
you.
you. Hugging
Okay.
you. Send you love.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye. Bye.